All right, welcome back. I took a short break to stare and ponder the screen, and I am happy that I did it. I think it looks pretty good with where I know this is headed. The question I was thinking specifically about is I am liking the cooler Viridian and maybe adding a little more blue, but I have all this yellow green. So I'm going to distribute a little bit of that yellow green in the lighter areas, but keeping this more towards the Viridian. I'm seeing this main swirl here is kind of a warmth or energy or light source. There's the highlights on the background, this kind of nesty swirl. I'm not sure how much Viridian I can get on in here in the shadows, but I'll see if it's stacked up enough that I can start doing that as well. So let's take a little bit of time to do that. It's nice as this is wet paint now where the green is, so it's nice and slippery. No more of that grinding feeling on the dry panel. Which is maybe why I have a tendency to sometimes overwork it once it gets wet, because I just enjoy how it feels. This is sap green. So it warms the Viridian up a bit. It's more of a yellow green. You know what this feels like when it's wet, again, because it's a smooth panel, is working like with an enamel paint. It just gets so hard and kind of slippery. I don't know, it's such a, the substrate matters. And I'm back using the tiny filbert again to put this yellow green on. Kind of lays it down. You can twist it and get some interesting textures. And then I'll go back with that chisel brush again to blend. I always struggle a bit with green because it seems like it should be leaves and nature. Unless it goes a different tone and then it becomes kind of like a science fiction color. It gets out of the natural. Ooh. Some fun texture there. It's just such a tiny amount of panel that I'm working on at a time. And going for really tiny, tiny details. We'll eventually get a better camera. Okay. Bring in the little chisel blender. Yummy. Ooh, smooth paint. paint's starting to tack up, so I'm using the chisel brush now to actually remove some paint and bring up some highlights. Thinner layer of paint means it dries faster too. Ooh, I like how these little, call them stars. I don't know what they are. Some really fun little details. I like it. All right. So this is going to have to dry for a couple days. And I will think about sorry, I realized something needs to happen right there. I have to decide which is going over which, and I want the one in the back to go over the front. Well, this one. That was a very clear description. There we go. We'll build that up in the next layers. It's interesting, this is background up here. There's really very little paint, so it's very slippery. It's kind of fun. I like it. Yeah, that's, I don't know, it's got a cool little brush stroke thing going that I'm not really, it's an effect I don't get on canvas, so it's kind of, I'm digging it, it's fun. And I actually like how this mirrors that in here. So it's all coming together. Definitely glad I smeared it a couple sessions ago too. Soften the edges, because that's really helping now with creating some depth. However, don't like that. I'm carried away. Okay, I think it's time to stop. I just want to make sure, basically I like all the brush strokes, because once they dry, they're there. We're down to the end here, so unless I really want to spend time redoing something, I need to be sure it's how I want it. I think I can live with all that. There's also opportunities here too because it's wet, so you can't do things with this layer once it's dry. So I'm going to take advantage of the opportunity to build up textures in this green. Ooh, this is fun. So if I play my cards right, I can use this green to highlight background areas that I like. And I like this green, the various greens, because they're kind of an interesting mix of natural looking and a little alien, which I find very intriguing. Okay, I think it's time to leave it alone before I screw something up. All right. Thanks, as always, for watching. Please like and subscribe. I would absolutely adore your comments. What do you think about all this? What I did with the green, which direction it goes. I also need to come up with a title. So I've described it as various things, but what do you see? What should I title it? So we're getting down to the end. Check back for more videos, and again, thanks for watching. Actually, it's me again. I decided that I needed to show you it from the front because you've been seeing it from the side, and I want you to be able to see all this detail I'm talking about, like these little blue-green things. Do you see the sense of space? I don't think the side angle really captures it very well, and the high details. Looks kind of Van Gogh-y there, that green. I like it. All right, there you go. So it's quite pretty, which is kind of what I wanted. Something spring, summery. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And again, please like, subscribe, share, all those wonderful things. Thanks.